Stoneyhill landfill site, by the site of one of the pipes, which looks like it's being used for dealing with either the elevated leachate or the gas that's been coming off the site. Now there's a small set of stones here, and on my left I can see a clear looking liquid, looks slightly oily, smells slightly odd, and on the right I just tried to make an area where we can take a sample from. Now this is going to be indicative testing, which is done to try to check the presence of particular polyaromatic hydrocarbons, or what's called BTECs, benzene, toluene and other things. Indicative testing is done by the Environment Agency and others to try to form a pattern of preliminary testing to check where detailed testing needs to be done. Downstream of here in Coalbrookdale, as you may have seen from the previous video, there is very little life in the stream. Certainly at the top of Coalbrookdale, there appears to be no invertebrate life and no fish life whatsoever. Now I'm just going to smell this. The smell test is a recognised thing. Yeah, that's not a strong smell, but there is a distinct smell that there's something a little strange in here. When I smelt this back in June, when it was covered in foam and froth, I couldn't have stood here. I literally couldn't have stood here. It made me want to retch. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. Well past. I'm not sure how long it's safe for me to stand around here. I can feel my stomach reacting a little bit already to this. This is rather unexpected, isn't it? It's unclear what kind of treatment is going on in that tall cylinder, but whatever it is, there's still some noxious vapour coming off this outflow pipe here. And the fact that it's foaming, I believe may be an indicator that there is still something unpleasant. That bag there hardly looks high-tech, does it? That it's coming into. I don't quite know what the purpose of that is. I've got a jar here where we took the indicative sample from the vertical pipe. I'm very tempted to actually add some sample from here. I wonder if it's possible to get some. The way these bubbles are popping, if you look at it, that looks to me like some kind of unusual activity. I've never seen a bubbles frothing like that before anywhere, to be honest. And look at the speed. It's sending out little water waves from every bubble that goes. There's something very odd here. Let's see what more we can see. Well, this is odd. Oh my goodness. Come around here. Come around here. The leachate trough is overflowing. It's actually overflowing. Oh my God. If any of that is getting outside the site, then I think we probably have a legal offence here. If any of this is getting into Coalbrookdale, then I think we have quite a major legal offence. I've done some strange things as a citizen scientist in my time, but what I'm about to do is one of the most distasteful things I've ever done. Right. I'm going to take a sample from here to add to our indicative sample. I mean, both water flows are inside the site, so if anything positive comes up from them, then presumably the Environment Agency will have to move out of their present state of denial into a situation of actually investigating. I suspect they may be investigating a legal offence, to be honest. Right, now then, I know my lungs are already affected. I really don't want my arms to be affected, but even so, in the cause of science, I'm now collecting some of the liquid from the overflowing leachate trough. Here we go. Right. Well, Pat, that is very clearly overflowing, isn't it? You can see the drips coming down here. It's running down the wall from about here to about there. You can see it running down that leaf there and across there. You can see how it's come onto those leaves. And it's also running off this. It's running onto there, down that twig and off there. Now, that is quite clearly overflowing. It's obviously gone into the soil there. I suspect the Environment Agency may need to decontaminate this area as a matter of urgency. I'd love to say more, but my lungs are beginning to feel very, very tight indeed. I think we'd better clear out. There's just one thing I would mention before I go. If you turn the camera round to the yard there, you can actually see there's remnants of where there's been a flow. That looks to me pretty serious. Let's get out of here, quick.